Welcome back to Stockton Station. I'm Alan, and in this project I'm going to build what is now a derelict, Pickering's Lifts and Globe Works in Stockton-on-Tees. As with any project, before you get to the drawing you've got to do some research. So I obtained a photograph from Google Earth, and this was the derelict building that's been left behind by Pickerings. I then obtained some photographs from the Picture Stockton website. From the Google Earth I obtained real sizes using the Google ruler, which I found invaluable when you try to calculate the size of the building. You can then scale it to whatever scale you're modelling. Using the Google date slider, I went back to 2023 to get more detail of the first part of the building. This archive photograph shows Pickering's as it would have been in 1854. And then we move on to the Google Earth picture from 2023, where I've shown how I've made the window frames match the actual building. So this is what the scratch pad looks like, with all of the photographs I've managed to find, and a couple of the Google shots, and a couple of historical photos. So if I press on the Control key and home in, we can then see that it says what's on the scratch pad is all the research photos, the Google Earth findings, measurements, sectionalized photos, and section heights on photos. If we then look at section 1 as the example, I then drew the outline with just a couple of lines to measure the height and the width. And you can easily calculate that from the brickwork, or you can actually get the widths from the Google, as I said, using the ruler, and from that you can proportionally calculate the height, which is what I did. Once you've done that, you can take this section and move it to its own directory and start to work on that particular drawing. I can then calculate, using those figures, the size of these, and then get the layout of these windows for the correct proportions. On the left hand side is hidden, so I've tried to just do something similar. We can then join all of the sections together if you want to do a one-piece cut. When I'm doing the mock-up of it, just using paper or very thin card, I'll do it this way. Cut it through the cutting machine, then these are the actual fold lines, or scoring lines if you want to do it on scoring. I prefer to build it in sections, then you can lay it all out easier. And the flat roof insert is in the top of this building. It is a flat roof. I've taken the picture of the front elevation, and this is how we make the window frames. We can now just draw the squares where the window panes would actually be. Once we've drawn the inner frames and we've got the outer frame, which is the opening in the wall, we're then ready to duplicate it. So what we can do is we can actually remove the picture, and we need 1, 2, 3 identical to this one. So we can just copy, paste, copy and paste. We've got the 3 windows for here. If you look closely, the windows on these 2 columns are different. They are the reverse of these. So if we just take a copy and paste of one and then just flip it, and then you've got them the other way around. So we now have 3 for this side, and we need 6 of these. Once you've copied them all, we can then put them into place on the photograph. Once you've got them roughly into place, you'll notice that the bottom 3 are in larger window openings. So it's just a matter of then enlarging these. Now the easiest way to do that is to group one and then stretch it. So there we are, we've made the window frames. What we now need to do is to take that away and just group these. We can now then take them back to our main drawing for section 1. So here they are imported back into the section 1. If we enlarge this, we then need to take the outer frame off, the one that's around here. However, during the process we had to group these to keep them together. So you need to ungroup before you start. Click on the outside, then remove the outer frame. Now we've got to repeat that with all of them, and it's a pain, but it allowed us to keep everything together while we were moving everything around the photographs. Once you've ungrouped them all, then it is best if you then take them as a group like this, so that if they do have to be moved in the main frame, it's easily done. So just object and group. Once you've got all of them as groups, and as you can see here, each individual group, we now surround them. And we now object group. Now we can move these and check that they actually fit into the spaces for the windows. And these are fairly close. We can still manipulate them. Now, if one of them or two or three are not in the correct places, then we can then ungroup that and move the individual piece around. So we'll take a look as if this one wasn't correct. So we've got to ungroup, object ungroup, but we can still click outside and then we can manipulate or stretch or do whatever we need to do to make them fit. So it's just a matter of playing with them to get them into those openings. Now, if we want to remove those windows from there, it's not a simple matter of just regrouping the whole lot, because you'll group what's around you as well. So the easiest way is to click onto what is around you, and I'll open this up so we can see it, is just to move this out of the way. We know these are in the correct place. Now surround them, object, group. When you've done that, then you need to go to the box and draw a box around them. When you've done that, then go to the selector tool to release you from the grouping, and then surround, and you can see that they're all objects, object, group. This is now the cutting instruction for the window frames. Now that means that when this outline is cut on a machine or by hand, then all of these will align perfectly with the building itself. So if we just take those out of the way, we can then bring this back into place. And here we have all of the drawings for section 1. This top left-hand drawing is all of the sides and back put together so they can be cut out in paper and tried for size, with the fold lines shown here. On the right, this is the cutting instruction for the heavy card once everything's confirmed. We also have shown the window frames which we constructed in the previous section, and they will be cut out in sticky labels and stuck onto acetate and put in as the underlay to the frame here. Now, to show what it started like and how it finished, on the left we've got the picture that we worked from. Then we've got the cutout which was ready for the overlay of the SCALESCENES brick paper. A lot of work to do fettling around the windows and all of the ledges and all of the downpipes, anything else that's got to go on there for the detail as shown in the original picture. And on the right here is with the window frames on their acetate rebaited into the building itself. So that concludes section 1. And in following video, I'm going to show the other sections 2, 3, 4 and 5. I hope you liked the video, and we'll see you next time. Any questions or any parts that you want enlarged upon, please just let me know in the comments. Thank you.